Finance Minister Colm Imbert has delivered his almost $50 billion fiscal package to the House of Representatives. Debate on the budget is carded to begin on Friday. Commenting on the 2021 budget, Chairman of NGC Conrad Enel told TTT it seemed to be people-centered.
It was appropriate for our circumstances at this time. It focused on people rather than numbers. Throughout the minister's presentation, he was very clear that what he wanted to do was to reduce the impact on individuals, on households. And I thought that that was very appropriate given the circumstances that we have found ourselves in and given the whole challenges with COVID and what has occurred since March of this year.
An economist from the UWI Department of Economics, Dr. Darren Conrad, also gave a positive spin on the National Finance Plan.
I think he did a pretty good job. Now, there were some areas where I felt that we were falling short a little bit, but by and large, impressed. The deficit, we talked about the fiscal deficit, that's not as much of a concern to me as the implementation deficit, which is something that we always have a challenge with. So we have the good ideas, we have it down on paper, but there's the implementation now, which is what I'm concerned about.
Caribbean Regional Coordinator with Thought for Food, Luke Smith, expressed satisfaction with a hefty allocation to agriculture in the national budget. Speaking during a post-budget discussion on TTT, he said this will put the sector on the right path.
It's a step in the right direction. I mean, we all have heard over the years that agriculture has been, quote unquote, the bastard child. You know, it has been, our sector has been left in neglect. And that stimulus package of $5 million, in addition to its budgetary allocation, you know, it is a step in the right direction. They spoke about digitalization, they spoke about youth empowerment, attracting young person, they spoke about sustainability, they spoke about creating avenues that the sector could move forward. So where I sit, it is a good step in the right direction. The seed has been planted.
Agricultural consultant Riyad Mohammed said there was one area that he believes needs more focus, and that is predial larceny.
The addition of funds into the agriculture sector, like I said, is beneficial, but I didn't see much focus on how to control that predial larceny. And I know they alluded to the fines for predial larceny, but fines can't really stop the action of predial larceny. So that was something I'd like to discuss a bit more on.
And switching gears to the Ministry of Social Development and Family Services, they say they are ready to support the government's plans to revitalize and reset the economy through a multifaceted, wide-ranging and responsive social safety net. The ministry intends to continue to maintain the human-centered approach in the delivery of its social services, with continued payments of all grants inclusive of public assistance, senior citizens pension and disability assistance. Minister Donna Cox says the ministry will also establish a social support and empowerment unit for the integration of government grants. A call center will support this initiative. The ministry says it welcomes the placement of additional disposable income in the hands of families, as those earning $7,000 or less per month will no longer be required to pay income tax. As more thoughts on the budget continue to roll in, PwC Tax and Legal Affairs partner Nicole Joseph noted this morning on the Now Show that substantive revenue is not coming from oil companies, but rather from individuals and other companies.
There's the estimated revenue from taxes on income from other companies outside of the oil sector of $5.8 billion, and individuals like you and I, the tax on revenues from individuals is expected at $6.2 billion, estimated at $6.2 billion. Whereas with oil company, the estimated revenues is $2.8 billion. So we could see, again, this is another year where a lot of the revenue is expected and budgeted to come from individuals and companies other than oil companies.
Ms. Joseph was pleased with the exemption of $7,000 from the tax, saying it was a welcome initiative from the finance minister.
Not much people I would have expected would have looked forward to such an initiative. Yeah. But having said that, we are all pleased with that additional income that we will take home on a monthly basis effective January 2021.
Yeah.
And that, I don't know how that will also align itself with the expected revenues that he's going to collect or budgeted from individuals. But yes, that was a good initiative on the part of the minister. I guess also recognizing the economic environment that is also affecting many individuals.
Ms. Joseph says that this will help with the economic situation and give citizens a little something to look towards at the end of the month.